You wake up before the sun. Your body aches from yesterday's training, but you push through again. You've trained for years. You've bled on the mats, earned your belt, but deep down, you know something's missing. Because the black belt, it's not the finish line dot. It's where the real challenge begins. Most fighters stop here. They slow down, get comfortable, and that's the mistake. A true black belt isn't defined by how long they've trained, but by how far they're willing to keep going. The hunger, the mindset, the habits. That's what separates legends from everyone else. So if you're ready to level up, not just wear the belt, but become it, let's talk about what that truly takes. Chapter 1. The early struggles. In the beginning, it's about the basics. The relentless repetition of stances, punches, kicks, blocks. The simple movements that seem like they should be easy but aren't. You're clumsy, unsure, constantly reminded of your limitations. But you keep going because that's what they tell you to do. Every hour spent on the mat feels like a battle, not just against the opponent, but against yourself. You'll have days when you question if it's even worth it. The sweat, the bruises, the missed work because you had to train. Your friends don't get it. Your family wonders why you spend so much time in the dojo. But it's not for them. It's for you. You push through the frustration, the self-doubt. Because deep down, you know that mastery isn't easy. It never has been. The real price? The fear that you'll never get good enough. The fear that you'll fall short. That no matter how hard you try, you'll always be just another beginner. Stuck at the bottom. But every time you hit a wall, you learn to break through it. And that's what makes you stronger. Chapter 2. The battle for consistency. You then made it past the initial phase of training. You've earned your stripes, your first few belts. The movements are becoming smoother, the techniques sharper. You've started to feel a sense of pride. But now, the real test begins. The grind. The process of becoming better every single day. This is where most people quit. You can't just rely on the natural talent you might have. Talent won't get you through the tough days. It's the hours of hard work that matter. It's the mental strength to push through exhaustion. It's the willingness to sacrifice everything for the smallest improvements. In this phase, you'll have days when you feel invincible. You're winning matches, mastering techniques, impressing your sensei. But those moments come with a price. The higher you climb, the more you realize that there's always someone better. There's always someone who's more dedicated, more disciplined, more prepared. This battle for consistency is brutal. You'll face injuries, burnout, and self-doubt. The body breaks down, but the mind must remain sharp. You learn to listen to your body, to push it just enough to grow without destroying it. You learn the art of recovery, the importance of rest, and how to maintain balance while still pushing for greatness. The price, your identity. You start to realize that life isn't just something you do. It's who you are. Your world begins to revolve around training. You lose relationships, hobbies, free time. But none of that matters because every sacrifice you make is another step toward becoming who you need to be. Chapter 3. The plateau. You've been grinding for years now. Your body is stronger, your mind sharper, your techniques more refined. But now you're stuck. You hit a plateau. No matter how hard you train, the improvements seem to slow down. You feel like you've plateaued in your growth, and frustration creeps in. This is the moment when most people give up. They stop pushing because they no longer see the immediate rewards. The magic is gone and the journey feels endless. But this is the moment that separates the true black belts from the rest. The true black belt doesn't stop when the rewards fade. The true black belt digs deeper, finds new angles, new methods. They experiment with new techniques, push their limits. Even further, even when it feels like they're standing still. They find joy in the process itself, not just the results. The price of the stage? Patience. The discipline to show up every day, even when the progress isn't visible. You learn that mastery is not about instant results, but the accumulation of countless small improvements over years, even decades. If you're enjoying this journey so far, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts with us in the comments. I'd love to hear about your own experiences in martial arts. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and join the community for more on how to elevate your training and mindset. Chapter 4. The mental battle as you climb closer to your goal. You'll discover that the physical battles are only a small part of becoming a true black belt. The real battle lies within. Your mind becomes the greatest weapon or the greatest enemy. In moments of pain, exhaustion, and frustration, your mind will try to convince you to quit. But you've trained your body to move on autopilot. Now, you need to train your mind. Every fight, every challenge becomes a mental game. Your opponent isn't just across from you on the mat. It's the voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough. It's the doubts that creep in during training or competition. It's the fear of failure that holds you back from pushing past your limits. To overcome this, you start developing mental techniques, visualization, meditation, breathing exercises. You learn to detach your sense of self from the outcome, to embrace failure as part of the learning process. You embrace the discomfort, knowing that growth happens when you're at your most vulnerable. The price? Vulnerability. The willingness to face your inner demons, to accept that even as you achieve greatness, you're still human. You learn that mastery is not about being perfect. It's about continuously improving, no matter how difficult the path gets. Chapter 5. The true black belt day arrives. You've earned it. The black belt is yours. It's wrapped around your waist like a crown. It feels heavy, not because of the weight of the fabric, but because of the years, the sweat, the blood, the tears that it represents. But as you look at it, you realize something important. This isn't the end. This is just another beginning. The black belt is not a symbol of completion, but a reminder that the journey never truly ends. The real black belt understands that mastery is a lifetime pursuit, not a finite goal. The true black belt is a student for life, always learning, always growing. They understand that there's always another level to reach, another technique to master, another way to evolve. They've sacrificed much along the way, but what they've gained is immeasurable. Chapter 6. The isolation of mastery be now. You've crossed the threshold. The black belt is no longer just a piece of fabric. It represents years of dedication, sacrifice, and relentless training. But with this achievement comes a new challenge, one that many do not foresee. Reach the level of skill that few can match. Your technique is flawless, your conditioning superb. On the mat, you're a force to be reckoned with. But as your abilities grow, so too does the distance between you and everyone else. You begin to feel the isolation of mastery. The truth is, most people will never understand the journey you've been through. The late-night training sessions, the early mornings, the countless hours spent honing every small detail. Even your closest friends and family, who once supported you, begin to see you as distant, unreachable. Your commitment to martial arts has consumed you, and in the process, it has set you apart. The sacrifices you've made have left you alone in ways you didn't expect. You've given up hobbies, social gatherings, relationships, things that once felt important because they no longer fit in your life. You've become a stranger in your own world, and though you're proud of your achievements, you sometimes wonder if it's worth the emotional toll. This isolation is part of the price you pay. There will be moments when it feels like all your success has come at the cost of your connection with others. You may even start to wonder if it's all worth it. Is being the best worth the loneliness? But then you realize something. It's in these moments of solitude that your mind truly sharpens. You learn that mastery is not just about being the best at what you do, but about learning to live with the solitude that greatness demands. You find comfort in the quiet, in the stillness of your thoughts. You begin to appreciate the singularity of your pursuit, understanding that the path you walk is one few will ever walk beside you. The price? Emotional isolation. The loneliness of being different, of not being understood by those around you. But with that isolation comes a deep understanding of who you truly are, what you sacrifice, and why you continue to push forward despite it all. You stand now at the pinnacle, the true black belt wrapped around your waist. But as you look back, you understand something fundamental. Mastery is not about simply reaching the top. It's about the continuous struggle to climb higher, even when it feels like you've reached the peak. The price of becoming a true black belt has been steep. You sacrifice physical comfort, mental peace, personal relationships, and emotional stability. You face the challenges of doubt, isolation, and failure. But through it all, you forged a new version of yourself, one that transcends the limitations of ordinary human experience. And so, the journey continues. The black belt is a milestone, but not an endpoint. You'll carry it with you, but it will never define you completely. What defines you is the path you've chosen to walk, the price you're willing to pay, and the person you become along the way. The true black belt knows this. Mastery is not about perfection, but about the pursuit. It's about the struggle, the sacrifice, and the relentless drive to keep moving forward, no matter what. And that price? It's worth everything. Because in the end, the true cost of mastery is not what you give up, it's what you gain in return. A life lived in pursuit of something greater than yourself. Now that you've seen what it really takes to become a true black belt, make sure to like this video if you found it valuable. Drop a comment below and let me know what's been your biggest challenge in your martial arts journey. And if you want to keep leveling up, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more insights and tips